The book of Isaiah, chapter 47, starting at verse 1, and it reads, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." And when you go into virgin daughter of Babylon, it's considered this place known as America, Babylon the Great, aka America. You know. Verse 2, "Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover the locks, thy locks make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers." And, that's symbolic of this place being exposed, from, the P. Diddy situation, where brothers speak on it, brothers even did videos on it, but, that's not our main concern. Our main concern is prophecy. But part of prophecy is this place being exposed. These people that you put in a high regard and put on the pedestal, they're literally are being is being made known about America's freakism, and it's beyond P Diddy. I mean, you got to remember, the scriptures talk about, you know, well, you got to remember, P Diddy trying to be in that circle, and there's certain things you got to do when you attain that type of wealth and stardom, Now the scriptures say that Jake is so wicked they taught the wicked their ways. So Jake was often to the elder apostle Tahar brings out occasionally about how you had, the Spartans, which we know were Israelites, pretty much being into certain practices like that. I don't want to, get my videos flagged, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this much. I remember when I was homeless, right, and they put me in a, I went into like the shelter, but I never knew it till I was actually, as much as I had seen the shelter and all that, the city owned the shelter, but it was like it's like two main shelters in the city of Cleveland for men, and they made one a co-op. It wasn't a co-op when I first was there, so I was like, well, damn, that's letting you know they want people to crash out, but so they letting women and men cohabitate, so that it's all kind of fuck. It was all kind of drugs being done in there when I was in there. Motherfuckers ODing off heroin and all kind of shit. And this is a city building. Long story short, they put me in a room with a Mason, a Freemason. This goofy ass nigga walking around with the hat, the jacket on, letting it be known what he is, what he believe in, what he a part of. And from what I've learned and gathered, knowledge is power. So most real Freemasons won't tell you that they Freemasons. That's why you got the secret handshakes and shit like that. Long story short, this is coming out of this man's mouth, and this is a true testimony. The Lord knows. The Lord knows. This dude, I was watching, what was that shit called? It's a show that used to come on HBO with, basically True Blood. It had vampires and werewolves and shit like that. So I went and got the DVDs from the library. I was watching them, and the dude gave me an analogy. He said, it was a homosexual on the show, but the homosexual could fight. It was a black guy, and then it was a white guy that could turn into a dog, and then it was, a white chick. The chick played in X-Men series. Long story short, he used the analogy of the gay black dude, pretty much saying how the white dude could like touch the gay black dude, and pretty much, he would take his manhood from him. So in his mind, he's saying that he wasn't gay, and I'm like, my brother has said some shit like along the lines we was talking about before. He said you got to look at the nigga that's fucking the nigga that's trying to be the girl. He more fucked up than the nigga that's, because you know what I mean. Like they thinking it's off. Like, but like the elder was saying, I forgot who was speaking on it, but you got to remember, like that's why there's a lot of sex cults in here. In Babylon the Great. That's why Aleister Crowley, he did a lot of sex message, a lot of anal sex. You know. And that's why they all into that freakism, And I just was like, damn, that's crazy, But like, true story, I heard that out of a Freemason's mouth. He never went into saying that they practice in it, but I've done my own research, and that's why they wear them aprons. That's why they do certain symbols with the phallus. That's why they got that royal aprons that they wear. Yeah. So whatever, everything's the will of the Lord. So now, and I will say this also, a lot of people when they get touched, when they join these secret societies and then get to spilling the beans, about what they took place and what they done been involved in and what they seen, they're able to be touched because of the simple fact they made oaths. If you ain't made no oath, you don't have to worry about them. Really, they don't have the power to touch you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a bit of exposing of this place, because you got people that wrote books about this type of stuff. Like, how do you think I came across the information? You know, it's like a book called the Satanic Masonic Egyptian Connection, the Masonic Egyptian Satanic Connection. You know, and it goes into how all those things are intertwined. You know, because again, like, I forgot what elder was speaking on. I want to say it was Elder, the beloved Elder Apostle Tahar, but he was going into like, no, it was some brothers from San Francisco, Salakia. But pretty much, you know, like, that's why you got the phallus, the Washington Monument, the, you know, the obelisk, you know. Then you got, you know, you got just like the Vatican City. That's why, you know, Rome, Washington D.C., and I forgot where else, but the three city states, they all got the obelisk with the dome, you know, because it's like one is the females Quba, and you know, and then the other one is like the male's phallus, the obelisk, you know, and the dome is like the female's Quba. So yeah, nothing new under the sun. Verse 3: Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen, and I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. And basically, that's going into this place being exposed for their wickedness, what they involved in. You know, so much stuff coming out. With the P Diddy situation. You know, remember Pizzagate. You know, the Harvey Weinstein. You know, you got your top celebrities getting caught up in that. They mentioned LeBron. Yeah, and I just was telling people, like, yeah, before it's over with, you're gonna have a lot more people exposed. You know, because they scrambling to keep your attention over here while they doing all this other shit over here. You know, sleight of hand. That's all. So, with that being said, while all that's going on, you got all that's going on, but look what's going on for real. It says mass closures of thousands of stores across the U.S. Official list of affected stores. So before I get started, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Elohim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakatham. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone who do teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, not more so never. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwath out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, for whom subscribe to this truth. To you, I say Shalom. So, Brother Yahweh Sab, coming at you another lesson through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. This lesson is in regards to I seen this article this morning. I was like, okay, that's more than likely my lesson. The Spirit always feeding you. And that's something very important. You got, like I said again, a lot of distractions. It always goes into entertainment being distractions or bread and circuses. It's like it, but you got actually real events that's gonna actually affect your life taking place. And it's really funny because, like I say again, brothers that knew me or know of me that was in the camp know how I get down my mindset on a female, you know what I mean? And so I moved a particular type of way. Yeah, I ain't got my spirit in control where I don't have urges, but bitch ain't really. I mean, I'm gonna say it like that because you got females. I learned this in the world. Women label themselves, so I'm gonna label you. You know what I mean? You got a woman, you got a lady. You got they call themselves bitches and hoes and all that. So what applies, whatever fits apply. You know what I mean? But a lot of these women fucked up. You know what I mean? That's why the elder, I get why they stress. Leave the black woman alone. Because the black woman is really a demon. You know what I mean? But all them demons, scriptures tell you, in the book of Ecclesiastes, Solomon said, he said, out of 1,000 men, he said, out of 1,000 women, I knew none. Out of 1,000 men, I knew one. Ain't none of them right. And they are a huge obstacle in trying to keep you from your crown. I'm saying all that to say this, but they, if you got a good woman, because the Lord, scriptures talk about the Lord giving a good woman to a good man, at the end of the day. A godly woman goes to a godly man. So, what I mean, if you got a demon, you might need to reevaluate. But sometimes the Lord uses these women to, test us. You know what I mean? Before wisdom sup with you, you see how much you going to give up for him. And that's why I got out of Avengers, what was that, Endgame with Thanos, which I always equate or symbolizes to me Yahweh Shai. I know other brothers say the same thing too, but because he was willing to sacrifice, to the point of his, something he loved. you know, for power. So of course, look what you want. We want rulership, dominion. We want these things that are not easily attainable, and you can't attain it without the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Yahweh meaning He is, He exists, or He to be. By Hashem meaning in the name. Yahushua meaning He saves or He deliverer. So you're gonna have to sacrifice. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to have you feel like you're losing your mind, because this is the greatest thing you could ever attain. This truth. And truth in a world full of lies is a very, very powerful, powerful, powerful weapon. So it says, with the economy as it is, it's no wonder that every major company, no matter how successful, is closing stores that aren't profitable. Even giant retailers like Macy's and Walmart have decided to cut losses. Here are some of the retailers that will close down locations in the U.S. this year. And, we almost at the end of the year. 7-Elevens, you already know that they did a funny thing. They said 444. Now, brothers know that the number 4 means mercy. So they beg for I don't know what that was about, but these devils talk through symbolism. I mean, not symbolism, but gematria, numerology. They use numbers, they use symbolism, they use symbols. They showed you that in the movie Blade. Go back to what the understanding of what the vampire symbolizes. Then you come to find out that these devils actually fuck with blood. Remember when they was talking about Kim Kardashian was having that treatment of using baby fetuses to put on her face so she could stay youthful? You got people doing it, and then you had people in the past doing it. It says the iconic convenience store has recently announced the closure of more than 400 locations across North America. On Thursday, October 10th, 2024, 7-Eleven's president and CEO stated in a conference call after the quarterly financial results that the company had finally decided to close down several hundred stores. It says Big Lots. At the beginning of 2023, Big Lots counted with over 1,400 stores across the country, and they've been closing a lot of Big Lots in Ohio. Big Lots, the iconic discount retailer, has been battling with bankruptcy for quite some time. Despite its recent sizing down, the company has declared it will close more stores in October 2024. Cons, I'm not hip to cons. And then, but I'll still read it here. Earlier this year, Cons Home Plus filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Initially, they were talking of closing just a portion of their 170 stores across 15 states. Yeah, so I know they ain't got that here, I don't believe. Family Dollar, the discount store, and Family Dollar merged with Dollar General. I mean, not Slovakia, Dollar Tree. And Dollar Tree had to raise the price of their stuff. Nothing was, it's still dollar. Well, it's not even $1. Nothing's $1 in there. It's $1.25, but stuff go all the way up to $5. And if you shop in a Dollar Tree, buying $5 shit, you need to be smacked in the back of your motherfucking head. We used to play this game. This is how goofy we was, and these are the type of niggas I grew up around. We played a game called Bonkers. If we make a nigga look, if I say they go a pink Mercedes driving past, and you look and it ain't a pink Mercedes, I get to smack you in the back of your shit. Until you count to the and we grew up around some retarded ass niggas, what I'm saying, with nothing to do but some nigga shit, what I mean? So, at the end of the day, that's why Jake is lost, what I mean? I know this truth was a real gift, And nobody ever got in a fight over Bonkers. We got in a fight over all kind of other shit, but we never got in a fight over Bonkers. Nobody was just like, you got me, what I mean, want to fight. Like, we knew that was part of the, that was a given, that's what it was, what I mean? LL Flooring, I never heard of them. It says on August 11th, 2024, LL Flooring filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, signaling the start of its efforts to restructure and potentially sell its assets. The company initially announced that it would be closing all of its physical stores. Macy's, the emblematic department store, announced on October 2024 it would close, I guess, down 150 stores. I didn't even know there was any Macy's left. The other 95 stores, it said it has revealed they will close 55 Macy's department stores by the end of the year, because people ain't got no fucking money. Walmart, the giant American retailer, announced. I remember when we went to Chicago, we went to the Walmart out there. I thought it was niggas. Well, you know what? That's the spirit though, because the Chicago niggas and Cleveland niggas is some niggas. like, we got the nigga Walmart that's down like near our downtown, and wherever the brothers was at, like I know it's close to the elder house. They took us to a Walmart. I'm like, these some niggas, you know what I mean? I'm talking about like I didn't even know them niggas worked there. I'm talking about niggas like grimy niggas. Like, like you want to go ask them questions, but you don't want to ask them. Like, these niggas, what the fuck? The giant American retailer announced on October 2nd, 2024, the closure. Make you think of Elder Big Gad. It'd be like, there's some niggas. He's talking about all the cities where just niggas. Yeah, some niggas. He's talking about Jacksonville and shit. I've been to Jacksonville, but Jacksonville a weird ass city because Jacksonville pretty much it's like I remember we was homeless out there, and it's like a mixture. You ever watch that movie with Mike Epps and Ice T? I mean, I say Ice T, Salagi. Ice Cube called Janky Promoters. And they lived in Modesto, and he was like, Modesto is a spot where a nigga come running from the feds or some shit like that. That's the place you can run when you got a warrant. And that's how like Jacksonville is to me, because it was like so many people from different states there. It was weird, you know what I mean? But giant American retailer announced on October 2nd, 2024, the closure of more than 10 stores in the USA. Most of these closing locations are located in California and Georgia. And you know something? I'm gonna let you know something just through the spirit. That's how you know Most High was real. Like when I was homeless, I recently came to the understanding why. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was bitter because I couldn't understand why. But I understand why now. You know what I mean? Call lawyer Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah. That was my basically my opportunity to grow closer to Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah. On top of other things. But you know because I'm a certified welder. You know what I mean? I got skills. So when we planned to go out there, she had this goofy ass plan of we was gonna work for. She was like, because you can go out there, you ain't gotta have no skills or whatnot, but you can go work on the farms to pull the oranges and pull the fruit and shit. So I'm like, yeah. So when we out there, the whole time we couldn't find these people. And the funniest part is once she went back, because I got her pregnant, she went back to Cleveland. I wasn't trying to go back because of my testimony, and then it was like spiritual, because as soon as she went back, that's when the motherfuckers came with the job. The dude I was around the whole time, he was like, yeah, I can get you on the crew to go work out there. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But it wasn't meant for us to do it like that. It was meant for me to come back. So it's just like, that's how you just show you that the Lord really control all things. Like when I was out there, that's when my father died. Says the giant American retailer announced on October 2nd, 2024, the closure of more than 10 stores in the U.S. Most of these closing locations are located in California and Georgia. So pretty much, that's a sure sign that your economy is not doing well because of the fact that, businesses is closing. And if business is closing, that means that your economy is pretty much going down the hill. And how can a country be successful with a poor economy? It's the book of Genesis, chapter 47. I'm going to start at verse 15 at the point, and it says, and when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And you see the money fail now. That's why you got these banks closing. You just had a bank close recently. I forgot the name of it. But, and you're going to have more banks closing because, again, they stopped that program where the government was giving them money. Majority of the banks are insolvent, But pretty much they trying to push this along while the people are duped. But one day people gonna go and try and get to the bank, and you know what I mean. It's so funny because, like I said, I'm talking to different individuals. I was talking to this fireman bitch, and this broad, like I said, I knew it was a demon in there, but the demon came out one day. And sometimes I do stuff on purpose. You know what I mean? I might say something knowing that you gonna run back and tell. It's a chess move, nigga. Like, see, let's see how you really gonna react to this. So and because it wasn't really about, if the spirit jump on me to tell you something spiritually, I know if I don't tell you, I'm gonna get fucked up. So I'd rather, I don't care about some pussy like that. I could go buy some pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, fuck. Like, I mean, and believe it or not, some niggas is just straight tricks. You know what I mean? The way I grew up, We wasn't on that, but now, you know, in my mind, I'd rather just get this bitch this money and get up out my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you know, because at the end of the day, in this fucked up ass society, you paying for something in some kind of way anyway. Bitch don't even want to go to fucking Cheesecake Factory. That's too low level to you. Like, bitch, you whole crazy. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they say. And normally, I haven't been talking to women in so many years. So, like, through the spirit of the Lord, you know, I just did some shit. And I see why. Like, these hoes are stupid. You know what I mean? Like, and then you trying to tell them the right thing. That's how you know the Lord ain't trying to save everybody. Bitch use a term out the scriptures, the title of the Lord, the Most High. I say that's only found in the scriptures, but you don't believe in the Bible. Bitch, shut up. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Like, you just talking. You know what I'm saying? God of your understanding. And that motherfucker gonna get you killed. Flat the fuck out. Salakia for my rant. You people, I hate this fucking place. But this is a condition of the battle. And what gives us energy and joy and hope and well, not hope, but, well, yeah, hope. It gives us confidence. Confidence and hope are all synonymous. That's a spirit that even popped up. You know, it's us watching this place fall down. This bitch is in the dirt. This bitch is looking so bad. And brothers is getting spiritually amped on that. Call Loyam like Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Scriptures tell you in the book of Isaiah, chapter, 26, it says, when thy judgments are in the earth, then the people shall know righteousness. So when these people is in fear and shock and awe and misery, that's what I drive off. I enjoy that. The bitch said, because I told the bitch, I'm like, yeah, this make me happy. She was like, you're not just naturally happy? And I'm like, there's certain things that make me happy, but no. If a motherfucker just happy here than there, you too comfortable. The bitch said, I knew she was programming. She got some certain things here. You know what I mean? She got a nice little car. You know what I mean? I knew the bitch was doing well when the bitch talking about she moving in the state, and motherfuckers ain't getting no, the only time motherfuckers really able to do something that I've noticed was when motherfuckers get the income tax. This bitch doing it at the end of the year. I say, oh yeah, this bitch doing well. But, you know what I mean? But I'd rather be around somebody that I can speak freely and be myself as opposed to trying to impress or got to play Clark Kent with a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all that. Like, I'd rather take, you know, the elder Ayash from Mississippi made a statement one time. I forgot what the name of the video was, but he said, you might want this, but that might not be what the Lord got set up for you. So the thing is, you know, the Lord is creating, you know, dynasties, and, you know, so if he gets you with a particular woman, you know, that's just like Jacob. Jacob wanted Rachel, but, you know, he didn't expect to get Leah, but it was meant to happen like that because that's what the Lord wanted. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 24. It says, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. And when you go into that word haughty, it's pretty much like the proud people. And these motherfuckers proud. This nigga, out of all people, you gonna pull up right next to me. Now, it might be the only parking spot. Sometimes you be just, but, you know, he playing this motherfucking music with this 808 shit, you know what I'm saying? Low level vibration of that nigga, man. You know, and I could dig it, you know what I mean? Sometimes brothers be into a certain kind of spirit, but nah, fuck that. Like, you know what I mean? Well, the doom and gloom, though. Right. But, you know, like a proud ass nigga like this, or like the proud ass bitches like I was just speaking on, the proud ass bro. She like, oh, yeah. She said, God of her understanding. Some shit, she was like, I'll never, she said, I don't, what killed me is this. People talk about they believe in the Most High God. This is like the third time it happened to me. I quote a lot of scriptures because it's just in us, and I'm glad the elders trained us up like that. You know what I mean? Because if you, like I said, the motherfuckers that's really got one foot in the world and one foot out the world, the Lord gonna do something very fucked up to you. Like, because you faked it and played with his word. Well, you got to believe this to your very core, because what's about to happen, like the elder apostle, the beloved elder Apostle Tahar said, it's going to be a major shakeup. And for you not to be shaken, you know, you got to have this within you. This got to be in your very being, your spirit. You know what I mean? So that's why the elders push about doing videos every day and studying and all these different things. To have the word within you. Because, again, what happens, I remember when I was homeless, I forgot, like, you know, when I first became homeless, I became homeless because I didn't want to participate in something. So I'll never forget. I had to throw away everything I own. I tried to keep certain shit, like I had tools and all that shit. I'm like, I'm gonna sell them. I'm dragging that shit. That shit was so heavy. I ended up throwing that shit away. You know what I mean? Then I ended up going to a particular spot and just sleeping. And through the spirit, I forgot that a dude hit me on to it was places you could eat on the west side of our city. So I knew that was the Lord that gave me that because I completely forgot. Just one day I woke up like, damn, I could go over there. But I had a piece of a Bible, you know what I mean? And I would read it, had no understanding what I was reading. But it gave me a little bit of comfort, you know what I mean? Just imagine when you don't have a Bible at all. You're going to have these words in you. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. And these people are fucked up. These people are lost. And like I said, to the point, like, these people came with $750. And out of desperation, a lot of people jumped on that shit. You know what I mean? But if a person had more, had more avenues or different more opportunities, they probably would have told the government, "Fuck you." But that was pretty much done on purpose to get people to be like, "Fuck you." They want people to rise up and rebel and whatnot. It says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of the tabernacle ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with they shall not drink wine with song. And I was listening to the elder, damn, I forgot the elder name, Salaki. That's off. That's Satan. But I was listening to the one elder, and he was going to talking about the purge. And pretty much he was breaking down that scripture, because he was like, you seeing it now, you got a lot of clubs, you drinking and listen to the music, but a lot of clubs is closing down. A lot of people don't got the money to waste on frivolous bullshit, So, yeah, this shit getting real, real, real. Yeah. The city of, it says, they shall not drink wine with a song. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the wine in the streets is this truth. But are people rejecting it? You know what I mean? And you can clearly see the mirth is gone. You got these still niggas that's brainwashed. They still talking about a stupid ass football game. Or, you got them distracted with the little Dirk situation. I was going to do a video on that. You got a stupid ass nigga that went down and literally already protest. Well, basically talking about free Dirk. Like, that's how you know that these niggas got spells on their music. Like, the fuck? Dirk don't know who this nigga is? And you don't think that nigga was a demon? Or is a demon? I don't give a fuck how much good he done did for the youth in Chicago. That's what why do you think, like, you got all these free Masonic charities and shit like that? What they talking about? The Shriners. They got that hospital for people that if your kid got a really fucked up disease, they'll pay for everything free of cost. But what do they be doing on the left-hand side? You know what I mean? The devil know about how the Lord loves a freely or a person that gives freely. Because what goes out usually comes back. This nigga with this fucking song. This is the book, and ultimately it's gonna lead to Isaiah chapter 19. With the Egyptian versus Egyptian. You know what I mean? Because what's that, second Ezra chapter 16 talking about? They should be tradition against the kings and princes. You know what I mean? That's why you're seeing these militias. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Salakia. I should have went up. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And that's why it's so hard to get, how the elder said, you talk about that Muslim demon. So it's hard to get a nigga up out of Islam. You know what I mean? It's hard to get a nigga up out of that Christianity, which the code how the Lord did that. I was just giving somebody that scripture, but what's that in 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 8 about how Yahushua is a stumbling block. She was like, that Bible, it can make you or break you. And I was like, you're right, because the Lord, pretty much, it ain't set up for everybody to get it. And when you get that, and that's lightweight like milk, but when you get that, it's like so powerful, because a lot of people be stuck off that. But it's scriptures that confirm that. That's why he talked in parables. If you was wanting somebody to get something, you're going to plainly break it down to them. Like how we try to do with the scriptures. But Yahushua talked in parables and only broke down the dark sayings to his disciples who were meant to get it. Verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Because at the end of the day, all is pretty soon they want a new system, which is that, that MOB, that charagma, so using CBDCs, central bank digital currency. So, of course, all these banks in this monetary system going to fail. And when that happens, we going to have evil. Eve, meaning time, ill, bad. Bad times are approaching. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. Verse 6, an end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. Skipping to verse 25, and it reads, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. What's that, 2 Thessalonians? Or it might be 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. When they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them swiftly, roughly paraphrased. These people gonna look up, and the devil gonna be coming down with great wrath, coming in as a flood. So if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of your power, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You will be destroyed. With that, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Elohim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rachak. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone who do teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aquath out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this was edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but whom subscribe to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time, I'm able to come on another lesson. Shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasharallah.